Big games, big bets, better drinks. You're listening to Happy Hour Playbook, your guide to the inside of sports and lifestyle. I'm Chris, and we're officially on air. Let's see what's on the slate today. Welcome to episode 12 of the Happy Hour Playbook.
Hell yeah.
My name's Chris.
I'm your co-host, Wes, and we got a lot to talk about today.
Yes, we do. First thing we're going to talk about is we're going to go over the NBA NHL Round 1 of the playoffs. We're also going to get a preview of Round 2, see how that is. We're also going to talk about this pretty gifted bottle here of scotch that we got. I'm
interested to see how this thing tastes.
And we're also back by popular demand. So we're going to do a part 2. This is our part 2 of it, is 90s nostalgia, which we have a lot.
God, you could talk about it forever.
Oh, it's
just 90s stuff.
So great. But our first segment, like I said, is going to be the Happy Hour Pour, talking about this pretty bottle of scotch here that was gifted to Mr. Wesley here.
Yeah. Tomintoul, however the hell you pronounce it.
And I'm going to say this is probably the most expensive bottle we've had on here. $110 to $130 a bottle. And this is alcohol is what, 43%?
Yeah, Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey, cigar malt. Alcohol 43% by volume. That's about, pretty normal for what we drink.
And this one, very sophisticated taste to it from looking at it.
Based on what the description is.
Ooh, God, that got me the chills, boy.
Is it strong?
That first whiff of it, it's very strong. But let me see.
Most expensive. Is it going to be the worst or the best?
Yeah, it has a. I don't know if you can smell that. It's kind of like a cherry.
It's different. It doesn't smell like bourbon. Obviously it's not bourbon, but
it has like a cherry-ish, like.
It's supposed to have aromas of dried fruits.
Pecan
pie.
I can definitely smell that.
I smell that smoke. It says it's got some.
It's at the end. It's got like a fruity, smoky.
Did you try it?
Oh shit! It does. It does have a smoke.
Yeah, I smell the smoke.
There you go. Oh, that does have a smoke taste.
Yeah, it's very smoky.
Yeah,
not terrible.
No,
I'm wondering if it's going to get better.
I guess that's the cigar.
It's a definite smoke taste.
Yeah, very smoke.
Like when you smoke the whiskey, you can. Different stuff.
That has. I don't
taste any of the fruit and stuff that it.
Not anymore. I get the smokiness. I'm trying to think of a cigar that I've had that kind of gives me that vibe.
I mean, honestly, that is very smooth. There is zero burn to any of that.
What is the vanilla one that you usually get?
Ooh, that's the cheap stuff.
Yeah, but it kind of gives me that. It doesn't have a vanilla taste to it, but it kind of gives me that after, kind of the roof of your mouth taste.
Yes, it's definitely a cigar.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like I've been smoking a cigar now that I wish you were. We'll get permission from your wife to do it in the house
without the smell that's attached to you. But it definitely does. It's very smooth. That's very smooth.
Yeah. I don't know if I like the full smoky flavor, but I mean, it was free, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah, that's really good. I like it. The smoky taste, I think this wouldn't be something I would mix just because of the smoky taste.
You don't mix scotch.
No.
That's not bad.
No.
That's a very easy drink, very smooth. Like I said, there's zero burn. There's nothing to it.
There is no burn to it.
Definitely a heavy smoke taste. I would keep this around. Yeah. This is definitely like a good fall weather on the back porch type deal. I could definitely feel that one.
And I think we were talking about the woodsy, oaky, nutty. That's kind of what it gives me. And like you said, I can see this cold temperature.
Yeah, like around a fire or something.
Like if I was somewhere in Colorado where it's snowing,
well, yeah.
You're saying around a fire, just kind of hanging out. I'd finish the bottle for sure.
I hope I wouldn't finish it, but
probably smoke a cigar too. So
I can do that pretty much anytime. But it's definitely got the very heavy smoke taste to it.
Yeah,
I wonder how old this is.
I'll give it a playoff worthy for me. That's good. I don't know. It doesn't say on here.
I know their 25 year is like $500.
It's a product of Scotland now.
Yeah,
You know? I don't know. That's good. I like it.
not bad.
It's different.
It's definitely a different kind of swing on what we've been doing.
Yeah, so if you definitely like smoked bourbons and when they come to your table and do it, you would definitely like it because it's not as heavy as if you were getting it smoked at your table, but it does linger. And it's almost like if you're drinking whiskey or scotch or bourbon with a cigar, smoking a cigar. Yeah, that top of your mouth, you got that like smoky taste. I think that's kind of what it's giving me.
It's definitely growing on me. I think I'm going to give it playoff worthy as well. I mean, it's something I would like to keep around. I like it's strong, but it's not like gasoline.
No.
No. Some of those bourbons taste like gasoline. Yeah. It burns so much, but this is, it has zero burn to it.
No, and the smell, it doesn't, like I said, you smell it. I smell the dry fruit and the smoke. The taste, like I said, is just, it's a strong, woody, burn kind of smoky flavor. So
you definitely got the nose of a buzzard because I don't smell any fruit. I just smell smoke.
All right, we're gonna move
on. Did you go
on.
Playoff? Is that what you did too?
Yeah, I did playoff worthy. We're gonna go to
NHL playoffs.
NHL playoffs, which our Dallas Stars lost.
Ah, God, I know.
It was tough, man. It was a tough series.
It was. I mean, the Stars are a good team. Minnesota is obviously a very good team as well. But it just seems like every time I watch them play, it's one of those games where we're playing defense the entire time. We can't get anything going, and turnovers in front of the net. I mean, the passing, like 5-on-5. There was a big story about the 5-on-5 scoring. Yeah. The Stars went so long without having a goal, just 5-on-5. Most of their stuff was all power play stuff, or empty net situations. Yeah. But once they went empty net and they got that last goal, I was like, it's over. But hey, I mean, it's nice that our expectations are so high. Yeah. Some of these teams, I mean, like our Cowboys, we're excited that they made the playoffs. Our expectation for the Stars are so much higher because of their recent history of success. I think they need to capitalize soon. I know they're going to have to pay Jason Robertson. Yep. That's a contract that coming up. He just probably 3x'd it by these playoff performance. His playoff performance. And I know the first 3 games, going down that first game and coming back and winning 2 and then tying Minnesota tying it up. I thought it was going to be a more competitive series, but then it kind of fell off. It just fell off, and you can feel it. And you're like, I don't know if it's, when you get that wind knocked out of you and they're like still trying to recover, and there wasn't enough games left to recover. And yeah, I mean, they, Minnesota's not going to have an easy road. They got to go against the Avalanche now. I think, I'm going to be rooting for Minnesota because Colorado's kind of like the, they're the Eagles of the hockey. Oh, for sure. Root against them. But I think that's going to be a good series. Yeah, I think that one's going to be a really good one. I think they're very evenly matched. If you watched any Colorado games, even the playoff games, and then you watch the Minnesota Stars games, they play very similar. They're both fast teams, hitting hard on the boards, like I said, and always shooting at the goal. So, like I said, I think that's going to be lots of pressure on the offensive side. That makes a big difference to me. And they were physical. They were way more physical than we were. Now, these other series, surprising, man. Edmonton. I mean, I don't know, man. I thought Edmonton was going to at least try to come back and win, but Anaheim looked good. They definitely were the better team. Same thing I can say about Vegas and Utah. Utah came off strong at the beginning, and Vegas shows kind of came they're back. Always there. The team that's very physical and loves to score. So I think that was a tight series too, though. I mean, for a couple overtime wins. I mean, it was a very physical series. Edmonton, they definitely did not perform to what I expected them to do. No. I expect them to walk all over Anaheim. And Anaheim, I think it's the orange jerseys, for one. Oh. That just provides some fire. Dude, yes. Like you said, the flying V. It's nostalgic. That's definitely 90s for sure right there, right? But that'll be a good matchup. What'd you say, the regular season? So the regular season matchup between the Knights and the Ducks, they swept them. The Ducks swept them 3-0. So this will be a good series. I hope it's competitive. I don't want anybody getting swept, but no. I hope the Ducks pull it off. That's going to be that is my Western Conference team that I want to continue and potentially playing the Stanley Cup finals. I just like the way they're playing. They're consistent. They have a good team, good setup. It's funny because that series they played against the Oilers, McDavid had mentioned, after they lost Game 6, that he was worried about their championship window closing. None of these guys aren't getting any younger. And you have these players that they're veterans on the team. And if you look at the Oilers, the way they played all season, they were consistent. He was averaging at least 3 to 5 shots per goal per game. And he was a guy that they definitely bet on a lot during this season. So I'm hoping that they can do something, bring some younger guys in there and not put so much pressure on the veterans to perform like that every night, especially with the length of the season for hockey. So,
yeah, and it looks like we're getting the Avalanche and Wild game 1 tonight. So 8 o'clock, I'll probably be tuning into that. I didn't realize they were playing so quick, but I don't know how I'm interested to see how Colorado comes out. We talked about a sweep, kind of sitting around waiting. We saw that with Carolina. They swept theirs, and then they got the hot Philadelphia Flyers after their domination of Pittsburgh, and then they dominated them 3-0.
Yeah,
night. Didn't seem very competitive.
No, and I don't know, man. I think the Flyers came in hot. They beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah. They were on a roll.
They were on a roll. They got shut down by Carolina's defense, which Carolina's got a great defense.
Yeah, but I think Carolina's a great team. There's a reason they're the number 1 or number 2 seed. So,
but I think if you play 6 games and you're playing Pittsburgh, you're playing a specific style that is making you win, and you're getting these wins, and you can't do that against Carolina. Carolina's a huge defensive team. They're going to have to, after losing this game 3-0, they're going to have to figure out, okay, what do we have to change in our scheme to be able to score and get further down the ice to be able to get those shots on the goal.
So I kind of was looking at, so this was the bet that I didn't win yesterday.
Yeah.
I went on Carolina's goal tender to have more than 20 saves or something. And then I had Philadelphia had a couple of their guys having more than 2 shots on goal.
Okay.
It was not much. It should have been an easy kind of win.
Didn't even get that.
But if you're not playing on the offensive end and you're playing backwards the whole time, and Carolina's putting the pressure on your goalie, they don't have any pressure on theirs. It showed, that bet to me showed me what the game was.
Yeah.
It was all Carolina. There was no offense for Philadelphia.
There was no saves for him to get. And there was no shots that they were shooting. So.
And Philadelphia they may have used up all their emotion from that. That's a rivalry game over there with Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah. So I don't know if that's the case. Hopefully they can make a series out of it, because I'd like to see them continue to go. Yeah,
me too. That's the battle for Pennsylvania was a strong one, and I think them winning that series, sneaking into the playoffs, I hope they can figure out a different scheme for the game so they can actually win and make it more competitive. I don't want Carolina to have just a sweep like these teams like Colorado and Carolina. They swept their series, so I want it to be more competitive. But then you have our other Eastern Conference team, Buffalo, sitting there waiting to see who wins out of Tampa Bay. And
I just checked the score on the Tampa Bay and Montreal. They're 0-0 in the first period right now.
Okay. So we'll find out later who Buffalo is going to play, but that should be a good series too. I think.
Ultimately, I kind of like how the playoffs have folded. Obviously our team's out, but they went 6 games. Vegas, Utah went 6 games. Edmonton, Anaheim went 6 games. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, 6 games. Carolina and Colorado, the only 2 teams that went swept.
Yep.
Obviously we got a Game 7 going right now with Tampa Bay and Montreal, and then Buffalo's waiting on that winner. And that was a 6-game series. So, it's been relatively competitive. A lot of times, especially like NBA and stuff like that, it's been a lot better this year.
Oh yeah, it has.
I like that there's more competition, and it's not just, they swept everybody.
All right. So we're going to get back to our, second round matchup. We'll talk about because Wes kind of hit on it earlier, the Vegas Knights and Ducks. So we said they swept the series 3-0, and all those were decided by 1 goal, which is really close game. So it wasn't a blowout. It's not like yesterday's Carolina game, 3-0. But can Anaheim be that giant killer and come in and beat the Vegas Knights.
I mean, I think they've already killed one giant.
Yeah, they killed one Edmonton, and I think Edmonton and the Knights kind of play a similar game. It's very similar fast,
teams. Very fast, very big, very fast,
very big. Smash you on the boards. So I'm thinking them playing Edmonton and playing that style for those 6 games, I think they're going to come out and make it competitive. And I'm excited because I really want Anaheim to go further. And I think there was a statistic about their power play. Yeah, so their power plays for the first round they were 8 for 16, which is 50%.
Pretty good.
That's really good. That's taking advantage of that power play. So
right.
I like it. I think that's a team that I'm definitely going to watch. That's the team that I want to go into the Western Conference, further in the Western Conference Finals. So I'm going to look out for them. And then we have our next team, which is going to be the Colorado and Wild. So I think, like we hit on earlier, I think those teams are very, very similar too in the way they play. I'm hoping. I think that game is
Tuesday. I thought.
Is it? Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. Which I'm going to tune into that because I want to see how that game plays. Both teams, like I said, are hot, and I think
Avalanche and Wild play tonight.
Oh, so we'll watch that.
That's right. I forgot. I said that earlier.
Watch that tonight, and I want to see how Colorado plays, being off those at least two games. They're
fast, man. It's good. Yeah. I think that their speed on the ice is going to be the difference.
But we did talk about the elevation too, and I think that does. You have all these Olympic athletes that go up to Colorado Springs to train because of the altitude and being better in the way the oxygen level is in the blood and all that. I think it is an advantage to be in those higher altitude places.
Do you see it as much as in an indoor stadium though? Like, I don't see the basketball players in their stadiums struggling as much as like the football guys outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, like in Vegas, they pump oxygen into the rims. That's what keeps you up all night.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I bet they.
Is that what it is?
For sure.
Oxygen?
Honestly, they do. It's something they do. They pump. They pump. Well, I wish they do that. They pump oxygen into the building to keep everybody awake and alert, and that way you lose more money. Basically. Yeah. But I wonder if they do that in the indoor stadiums. Because I've never seen them on the side, but even on Denver, football they have Denver Nuggets or anything. They're over there breathing oxygen.
No, you're right.
But you play Denver outside and everybody's on oxygen.
I don't know. I have to look that up because that's interesting because they could be pumping oxygen in there, and like you said, you don't see anybody in the NBA sitting down at the bench, taking puffs of air, or like even indoor, in the NHL. So
I'm interested. I need to look that up a little bit on the indoor versus
or if it's pressurized. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But, I think Wild's going to have their hands full. You got a Colorado team that's rested, and they're going to be very physical, very fast. I'm going to root for the Wild because I don't want the Avalanche to win. But, hopefully at least it'll be a series.
Yeah.
I think, you were talking about Anaheim being good on the power play. I think they're going to have to be more. They can't just rely on that to beat Vegas. They're going to have to score 5-on-5s or 4-on-4s, even if they're in that kind of a situation, or even like, where it goes to an overtime situation. I think you might see a little bit more of that coming up in this next round.
Oh yeah. Buffalo, they had beat Boston, which I think that series was competitive at the beginning, but Buffalo's the team that came in number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Pretty much months ago. That's kind of the team to beat that was in the Eastern Conference. So
Carolina's played like the number 1 seed.
Yeah, but I think Buffalo, depending on who they play, I think if they play Tampa Bay's been consistent too. If you look at prior years in the playoffs, they've gone pretty far into the playoffs. So, but
Canadians up 1-0.
Oh, there we go. It might not be them, but I want to say my matchup, if I had to pick, I would say Anaheim, Wild for the Western Conference.
What a Western Conference final.
Yeah. And
nobody would have bet on that at the beginning of the year.
Let's say Sabres, and this is going to be controversial. I think the Flyers can pull it off. They have to figure out their game plan. I think if the Flyers can figure out the game plan and figure out the Carolina's defense, that they can actually win the series. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. I think the Flyers are going to find out and figure it out, and I think it'll be probably this Buffalo and the Flyers. That's my prediction.
Buffalo didn't play great in that first round. I mean, they won the series, but there was a couple games they were completely out of it pretty early. I think
the one when Josh Allen went.
Yeah, I mean that was
the curse. No, I'm joking.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm joking.
I think they lost like 6-1 that game.
Yeah,
or something. It was not close. And being the number one seed with all the expectations, I feel like they should be playing like Carolina's playing. Like if you're the number one team, I feel like you should be the one shutting, sweeping the series. But I mean, it's hockey, and it's all about who stays healthy and who can make it and be physical in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I don't know if the Flyers have anything left in the tank. I would like to see them have something to prove here. At least make it a good series, but I think Carolina maybe walk this series with another sweep.
It could, and that's my hopeful pick. I'm not too confident about it, but I think if they can find out, they're getting Owen Tippin back. He missed this last game that they lost, so I think having him for game 2 and game 3 will be really good. As far as from injuries, having one of their star players back.
Right.
Injury.
I mean, the healthier you are, the better you are, right? And having one of their main players who's a huge, important piece in that first round, it makes a difference. But is he coming back unhealthy? Is he coming back because it's the playoffs?
Yeah,
and these guys are not basketball players. They're tough. They're playing through stuff.
Yeah, if you've ever been ice skating, trust me, you understand. I don't know how they do it. My shins were hurting after that. But that rolls into our next segment, which you just talked about, key players being injured and how it affects the team. We're going to go into the NBA first round, and we're going to go a little bit off script, and I want to start with the surprise for me in the Eastern Conference, because you talked about it, Boston.
Yeah.
You had them... I had
Phillies. I had them walking. That first game, after watching that first game, it wasn't going to be a competition.
Yeah.
And then they had a huge game out of VJ Edgecombe in game 2. Took that game.
I forgot. What, he put 30-something points?
Oh, yeah, like 33, 36, something like that. Huge game. Good rookie, by the way. And then the Celtics went up 3-1.
Yep.
But we were talking about injuries. They get back Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is probably not the MVP candidate he once was, but he's still a good player.
Oh, yeah.
And then the Celtics lose Jason Tatum before Game 7.
Yep.
And, I mean, the Sixers beat them up pretty good.
Yeah, the 76ers went on a 1-3 run.
They made it a good game there at the end, but Boston couldn't hack it. And 76ers, that's a big upset.
Yep.
There's not a lot of people that would have had faith in that, especially being down 3-1.
And on the other side, you had the other team that's a shocker, was the Lakers.
Well, we talked about the Lakers. Obviously Houston didn't have Kevin Durant for, I think, 3 or 4 of the games.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if he even came back at all, but LeBron by himself, basically.
He got Reeves back, I think.
Game 5.
Was it 5 or 6? I can't remember.
I say it was game 5.
He got him back. They lost that game. So I don't know. Does it help him having the role players back? I don't know if Luka's coming back for the series.
I think that was the ideal matchup for them to sneak by.
Yeah.
The Rockets they're a young team other than Kevin Durant. I feel like I really didn't like them trading away Jalen Green. I think the Suns got a steal there.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still a young team. I just think they need to move their focus away from Kevin Durant and develop the rest of their team. The Sengun guy is pretty good. They have a couple high top 5 draft picks that are, playing pretty decent for young players. But they don't have that experience. LeBron has 20 years of playoff experience. Well, he's probably got, he only missed the playoffs that first 2 years, I think. So.
Yeah.
He's
a monster, man.
No, he is. That's why he's in the GOAT conversation to begin with.
Yeah.
But he put them on his back, and they made it out. I'm not terribly surprised.
Yeah.
But
I hope they keep that momentum because the Thunder is who they're playing, and that's a tough team. That's a tough team.
That's going to be a very tough matchup.
And it's going to be tough for him to do it by himself. So I'm hoping these key players come back.
Thunder's a big defensive team.
Yeah.
And that's going to...
Oh, yeah, we talked about... because we were talking about betting earlier this year, and you're like, you got to think these people you see their 5-game statistics, and you're like, oh, they're averaging 25 to 30 points a game, you're like, but it's a defensive team. You got to think about it.
It's it's a good defensive team.
There's not going to be as much scoring as you think from these key players. So
I mean, and this is one of those teams that plays as a group very well, and that's why they're defending champions. I mean, they went 22-1 to start the year. I mean, this is not a bad team by any means, and so the Lakers are going to have their hands full, and hopefully they don't get swept. I would prefer the Lakers to win actually, because that helps my Spurs get past everybody else. But that's neither here nor there, and we'll see what happens. First game looks like Tuesday at 7:30.
Yeah,
but I mean, I think hopefully it will be a good series. I have a feeling it's not going to be, because the suffocation of the defense from the Thunder. And Shai Gilgeous is going to shoot 43 free throws a game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean.
And then our second team in the Western Conference, Timberwolves, Spurs.
The Timberwolves is a surprise. Taking down the Nuggets is not an easy task, and they did it relatively easily.
Yeah, that was interesting for them to win that series.
Ant-Man played probably his best series of his career so far.
So getting to that, I think they said he's questionable for game one. I wanted to look at that. I don't think they specifically, it was a scary knee injury. So let's see.
I mean, I don't know what that means. That's scary every time I get out of bed sometimes, but
I'm trying to figure out what it said. I know they said he might not play the first game. He might return for the second and third. That makes a big difference too.
This is a sweep. If he doesn't play, it's a sweep.
Yeah. So hopefully he does. That definitely makes a big difference in that series. But I think I had the Spurs going anyway. So I don't think that's going to change that. And then we're going to move on to the team that won. They actually won the series. Pistons. They won 116 just a few minutes ago, 116 to 194 against the Magic. They closed out that series. So now we know who's going to be playing. Whoever wins out of Cleveland and the Raptors.
Yeah, they play at 6:30, so they should be tipping off here soon. I don't have a watch on.
So we'll find out who wins, who's going to play in that series. The Pistons.
That's an interesting series. The Cavaliers and Raptors going to Game 7. I was very surprised by that actually, but I was surprised that the Pistons and the Magic went 7.
That far. Yeah.
I mean, I think Cade must have come back. Obviously, I didn't think he was playing this in the playoffs. I thought he was out for the season, but it took him a couple games to get going. But he really, the last 3 games, he's carried them on his back. I mean,
he's a difference maker, man.
He had like 45 a couple nights ago. He had 30 plus today. I mean, he's been the MVP candidate that I was kind of promoting at the beginning of this. I feel like the Magic played very well. They just were outgunned in this last game.
Yeah, so for the series, which is interesting, first game, 39 points, 27, 27, 25, 45, 32, and then 32 today. So he's definitely put on towards those last 3 games, came out playing more than 40 minutes, averaging, like I said, they're over 30 points. So definitely difference maker for the Pistons. Hopefully we find out later on tonight who they play. I think both teams.
If he's healthy and they're playing good, nobody stops him.
And that's what I was about to say. I think Cleveland and the Raptors are kind of the same team. So whoever they play, I think, like we said, I had them going to the Eastern Conference Finals anyway. So I think the Pistons will end up there. The surprise for me was I had Boston going up, but the 76ers.
Nobody would. If you would have known Boston was up 3-1 in the series, you would have bet all your money that they would clinch this series
for sure.
So I mean, it's a huge upset by the 76ers, but it's not anything that nobody predicted this.
And are we going to see the same Knicks, or is this a new Knicks team that's playing? So
Knicks played pretty good in the first round, but I think the Knicks, they're choke artists. They're the Cowboys of the NBA. I mean, they always have a good team. I remember in the early 2000s, they have Latrell Sprewell and all those guys, and they had a really pretty good team. They still couldn't make it through the second round of the playoffs.
So the game that they won, it was a blowout. It was 140-89.
Yeah, they just couldn't miss.
So it's one of those things. It's like, are you going to be able to do that with a healthy 76ers team, having their key players back? I'm interested to see. I hope it's a close series. But
I think it will be. I think this will go 7. I think it's a very close. I think they play the same way. They both have bigs that can shoot from the outside. I think they have a lot of offense. I think this is going to be a good series.
But do you think that momentum is still with the 76ers from coming back down in that series and beating Boston, which Boston we had in the Eastern Conference Finals?
For sure. I 100% believe that they are coming in with some momentum. I hope that they're healthy. I think they have a lot of different options to go to when it comes to scoring. I mean, Tyrese Maxey's going to score. But if you have rookie VJ Edgecombe come out and he can put up 20-plus points.
Exactly.
And then you have Embiid back who can put up 15 points, 15 rebounds. I mean, that's a good matchup for them. I think it's going to be a very close series, and I think they go 7.
Who's the big that they have for the Knicks?
Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yep. So he's been there. He's got playoff experience.
Yeah. So I mean, and Cat's good. He's just – and Brunson's a magician. I mean, he's really good as well. So, I mean, it's going to be a good matchup. It's just a matter of who can make less mistakes.
Yeah.
And probably better, whoever shoots better from outside.
Yeah. So, and they play tomorrow. They're playing in New York. So,
I think whoever wins the turnover battle and the 3-point percentage battle is probably going to win the game or win the series.
And then I guess we'll have to talk about the matchup next week. Whoever wins out of the Cavaliers and Raptors.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
But I think Pistons.
If I was putting money on the game, which I probably should do before they get started, I think Cleveland finishes it off here. I like.
Oh, okay.
I think Cleveland's pretty good. I think they're probably an underrated sleeper to go to the finals.
Yeah, they got a pretty solid team.
They sold out for this trip because they went and got James Harden.
That's what I was about to say.
They gave up a pretty good piece of their young core to get him. But I mean, they play in 34 minutes. I mean, Donovan Mitchell's got a special right now he's got to score 1 point for you to hit his little thing. So
man, that's a steal there.
Yeah,
half a point.
I'll take it. But I mean, I still think it's an evenly matched team, but the Raptors are young. I mean, RJ Barrett, highly sought after recruit. He was the number 1 recruit of his class coming out with Zion and Cam Reddish, and they were all at Duke and still didn't win the national championship, even though they probably should have. And I mean, he's been playing very well as himself, and I think that's a good mix of young people. I just don't know if that experience level will get them past, Spida. So
I know that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think the fact that we win 7 games, it proves it's a good series.
Yeah,
I haven't watched much of these two teams playing each other, but I had a lot of high hopes for the Cavaliers to play well. So we'll see how that turns out.
And we'll have to get an update on that start of the second round series next week. But that's going to roll into our next segment, which we're going to talk about 90s nostalgia. Started going through my head, these past 2 weeks since we last talked about it. We got to work. People were like, oh, y'all should have talked about this, or you should have said this and said this. And I'm like, well, when you're thinking about it, it doesn't all come straight to the top of your head.
We try to keep this stuff under an hour, and we're trying to get, our sports stuff in and our regular stuff in. And there was a lot of stuff that I didn't even realize that I wanted to talk about that we didn't get to, but you've outlined quite a few of them here that are really good.
Hot spots.
Well, conversation, pieces.
Yeah, like hot spots. Like I remember growing up, the number one spot you would want to go to on a Friday, skating rink. Parents drop you off at the skating rink. I don't know if y'all had a skating rink where you were at.
We didn't.
So we had a skating rink. Parents drop you off. They come pick you up whenever it closed. The mall, we'd go to the arcade. There was a place in Deep Ellum. It was called Tilts. It's like underground. We'd go, and it had arcades galore.
I think the mall, just the conversation about what a mall is. My kids don't know what a mall is.
Oh, the mall was...
because now everything's online. You got everything on this phone. I can order everything that I want and purchase it without going anywhere. We
get catalogs in the mail, and you would look at these catalogs.
Sears catalog.
Sears. You had East Bay.
Oh yeah.
So you see all this gear, and you're like, well, let me go to the mall, see if Foot Locker or Finish Line or, you know, what is it? Oshman's, all these like sports.
Oshman's.
Yeah, wow. I know, right?
Wow.
You go to all these, like, you want to go to these places and you want to see if you can find it. Because like he said, now you see, you order, you have it the next day. But you couldn't do that back in the day. Like, you didn't order stuff. The ordering through the mail, it took a while, and you know it was a process. So to be able to go in somewhere and buy it,
well, I mean, that was you wanted to go to the mall because for one, like as a guy, you would be looking for girls.
Oh yeah,
you know that's where they're going to be.
You go with your buddies.
Go with your buddies. I remember in high school, I would take a couple of my buddies. We would go up there. Of course, Town East was the closest mall to anywhere East Texas, and we would go up there and we go to the stores, get some clothes for school or whatever, check out obviously the sports stores, like you said, Foot Locker, all the new, whatever the new shoes were that were hot at the time. The video game stores.
Oh yeah.
Another one like
Funko Land.
Well, you mentioned this one.
That was before GameStop, guys.
Yeah, you haven't
Funko
mentioned
Land.
this one yet, but Spencer's.
Oh,
just all the stupid shit in Spencer's.
You go in the back of Spencer's, man. They had the glow in the dark section. They had shirts.
Just
they had
dumb stuff.
Yeah, novelty things like the fart spray. They had all kinds of just dumb stuff that they had back there.
And it's funny, and you go back there and you find the stuff to prank people with, and
the whoopee cushions, all that stuff back there. The Spencer's, Hot Topic was another one.
Hot Topic got big when we were in high school.
Yeah, Hot Topic was a big one. Man, even going to the food court
or the store where they sold CDs.
Oh yeah,
people don't know what CDs are anymore.
Yeah, we'd go to, it was Sam Goody. Yeah. Virgin had one, and then FYE. It was For Your Entertainment. They had a store, and it was all cool because this is where the whole term window shopping. Like you had money to buy what you were going to the mall to get, but to go into a store and listen to the music, just to sample it to see what it sounded like, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go illegally download that tonight. I'm going on Napster.
No, the mall was just fun to go to. I mean, you go, you walk around, you hang out with your buddies. They have the sunglasses.
Oh man, the Sunglass Hut. You go in there,
Hut, and all that kind of stuff. Just kind of hanging out, and
I love going to the food court.
They
always had
Chinese buffet place. Oh my god,
they'd always had the little sticks, the toothpicks, giving you samples out. For their Chinese food, you had Sbarro's, single slice pizza.
Freaking good.
Man,
pizza sounds so good.
You can just smell it. Like it was just a fun time to be at the mall. And you had
Hollister and Abercrombie.
Abercrombie.
That was the white people stuff.
Shit, what is the Auntie Anne's, the pretzel or whatever the hell that's called?
Yes. Annie's,
Annie's pretzels.
God, that's so good,
man. They had so many different things, and just walking around, you just infinite loop, just walking around the mall, going in every store. Like I said, window shopping, and then basically walking out with whatever you had money to buy
or nothing.
Sometimes you walk out with nothing.
Especially like me growing up, that was just a place to hang out with your friends. Like we go and walk around and spend an hour, 2 hours, and then get the hell out of there and go home. And
I remember just hitting back onto the skating ring. We'd go, and I remember talking to Sky because he grew up kind of close to where I did, and he would always go. We'd talk about the skating ring, your parents dropping you off. You'd always have some girl there that you would peep, and you're like, oh, who is this? And you skate all day, and finally get the courage to do the couples dance for the couple skate at the end, and they'd play some slow song or whatever.
Boys to Men.
Little Boys to Men, Bending Knee, They'd play something, and you'd get out there and ask her to go skate, and you'd go skate, and then you would never probably see her until she came back the following week, because the skating rink was, all the schools would go there. It wasn't just your school, so some of these people you wouldn't know. So just depending on if you saw them again, you would see them every Friday, or sometimes that was a one-hit deal where they went with their cousin for the weekend, and you'll never see them again. Like I said, cell phones weren't big, and somebody giving you their house phone was kind of one of those things. Like if they gave you their home phone number and you called and their dad answered, you just hang up. If my dad answers the phone, just hang it up. Who is this? But now the skating rink was definitely fun. You had your concession food, nachos, pizza.
So when you say like concession foods, I think of bowling alleys.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
My parents went to a bowling league, and we'd go every Monday to.
Oh my god. Smell the cigarette smoke.
Oh yeah.
the fried everything.
Oh yeah,
the burgers.
They had everything.
I think of that like that's burned into my memory. I like the putt putt. We were talking about putt putt.
Putt putt was
we
the
used
spot.
to have. I forget. It was Champions was the one that was out in Maybank where I grew up.
Man, putt putt was the shit. I remember that.
They had batting cages.
Oh
putt putt, and like you said, you
had your indoor arcade.
You're playing the whole time, and all of a sudden you're on the last hole, and it won't give you your ball back.
Oh yeah, because it.
So we'd always skip over 18 and start playing again.
Yeah, because once you got to the last hole, that ball was gone.
Oh yeah.
So it was usually a colored ball of some sort. So, but some people you would be able to find balls everywhere and be able to pick them up. But like he said, start over again.
You can't call them colored.
Rainbows. Rainbows and unicorns, guys. But arcades was a big thing. But they were expensive. You got to think, this is before they had a little card. My kids now, we go to Pin Stack, all these places. They're just tapping the card, tap, 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 and all those credits just go. But imagine you had to carry the quarters with you. So you had $20 of quarters in your pocket, and you're at the arcade for Mortal Kombat, or you're at the arcade for Tekken, and you're waiting, and there's a line, and
Cruising USA.
The way you did it, you put your 4 quarters and you slammed them on there. I'm next, and you just wait behind the person, and you putting that down let them know that if they died, they didn't get to go again. You already put your money down. So, but those competitive games you had, like you said,
that's
Tekken,
when you have a stack of people up there just already like,
oh yeah,
I'm not getting off this machine.
Yeah, you had to put that money up there because people are going to question you. They're going to put their money up there first. But yeah, man, going to the arcade, spending $20, and $20 would get you a long way. I don't think games were $1.
It won't get you 10 minutes nowadays.
No, I don't. Games are like $1 now, $1.50, sometimes $2. But back in the day, it was like a quarter, 50 cents. I don't think they went higher than 50. But we're talking some good game. Jurassic Park, the one you're in there just shooting. Time Crisis.
Yep.
With the gun that's like actually moving, cocking back every time. So House of the Dead. Like there were some bangers back then, man.
Well, and that's we have that Nickel Rama place over here.
Oh, I'll eat some nickels up in there, boy.
Man, it's so much fun though. Like you can go in there, it's just unlimited. You just buy a cup of nickels and whatever it costs, and you play whatever games you want to.
Or if you went somewhere that had tickets,
the
too.
Shenanigans and stuff like that, and like the old Chuck E. Cheese. Like Chuck E. Cheese was the shit. When
it was.
I remember my grandparents used to take me all the time. My parents refused to, but my grandparents would always take me. And I mean, I'd have tickets saved up for weeks trying to get whatever kind of stupid toy that was like $2.
And that's the thing. It was tickets. You had to carry them.
You don't have to no more.
No, you got them all on the card. But I remember, man, you're like, shit, I don't want to play any ticket games because I don't want to carry them in my pocket. Because you
probably weren't winning very often, but
I wasn't really interested.
I know you very well. You probably weren't winning. That's probably
no. I wasn't really interested in the in those games at the time. So that wasn't kind of my thing. So I was more into I was more into the fighting games, the Killer Instinct, all those, and the racing games, like you said, Cruising USA. Oh my God, that game was so fun. I remember when that came out on the N64. I started playing that. That was a really, really good one.
Speaking of video games, like this is one of the things that I wanted to talk about the '90s when we talk about nostalgia. Favorite video game from the '90s.
Okay, yeah.
It should be easy.
There's a couple of them.
No, it should be very easy. 007 GoldenEye was by far the best game that ever came out of the '90s.
I don't remember how old I was, but it was my birthday. My parents bought me an N64, and it was a birthday party. And first thing we played was GoldenEye.
Oh my God!
4 controllers.
Get the big head mode, or
dude, that iconic
gun.
Music when it started. And that first level, you didn't know what to do, just running around, just trying to figure it out.
Such a good game. I hated the silo level. I couldn't ever figure out the silo.
But that game, I remember my cousins coming over, spending the night, and we would just play 4-player mode, multiplayer all night. Yep. And you can change the headshots, rumble packs, but you can either headshots or you would have to first to get to the flag. Like they had different modes that you can pick. It wasn't just kills. So that was the first big multiplayer game that I can remember.
That's the only one I do remember. Yeah, Mario Kart. Yeah, that came out Super NES. You could play multiple players, but it wasn't. I don't think it left a mark like GoldenEye. GoldenEye was definitely. GoldenEye was generational. I mean, they've never even recreated a 007
they
game
never
that's
had one.
been close enough to that.
No.
I mean, you could say Call of Duty and stuff like that is very much the next tier from there. But I mean, I struggle at Call of Duty. I'm the guy that's like spinning in circles and shooting the ceiling.
Oh yeah,
I can't figure it out.
I'm not a shooter. Game
definitely
person.
not.
So.
But like GoldenEye, everybody could play GoldenEye. It was not hard. And
GoldenEye was one of the games.
The big head mode. You see their heads come through the wall, even though they weren't on that side. I mean,
GoldenEye was a good game. Man, I played a couple of Mortal Kombat. I remember on my Sega Genesis playing that, and I got that as a birthday gift. My mom bought me, and I remember playing it, and I specifically told them to buy me a Genesis over a Super Nintendo because of the blood. You could actually, the Genesis lets you have blood on Mortal Kombat, and Super Nintendo didn't. Well, my dad bought me a Super Nintendo, and I had the Mortal Kombat game, and it was no blood. So if I went to his house, I'd play that one, and then whenever I'd go back home to my mom's, I would have the actual Genesis version. But had both consoles, played the hell out of them. All the old, played Mario. I played, the Sonics.
Mario was great. I never played Sonic.
Mortal Kombat.
We actually have a Sega at my house. My wife's Sega from when she was a kid.
Oh, I love Sega, man.
The girls
Sega was really good.
Sonic 2.
Then the consoles got a little bit more advanced. You ended up getting PlayStation came out.
Well, just think about how many consoles came out so quick. You had the Dreamcast. You had the GameCube. There was one called Jaguar, I think, or something.
That was the Atari Jaguar. Yeah,
it was weird.
It was supposed to be the first 64-bit. We actually rented that console when you could rent consoles from Blockbuster to try it out. And it came with one game, and I couldn't figure out the first level, and I never beat it. I remember taking it back after like 2 or 3 days, but I rented a 3DO at Blockbuster to try out. CDI, it was another one. It was a CD interactive one. But I remember growing up, before they bought me a console, they wanted me to try it out, and we'd go to Blockbuster, and we'd rent it and try it out, rent 1 or 2 games, and then decide later on if that's what I wanted to buy.
Well, I remember Mortal Kombat was just such a it
was iconic
for sure. And they had that, it come down the columns, and you had to work your way up the column to the guy. Then you had to test your might.
Oh yeah,
I could never figure that shit out.
Yeah,
either.
You got to do the buttons back and forth.
Mine would just not even try. He would just fail. Okay.
Or another one was Street Fighter. I remember playing on the Genesis, and Street Fighter 2 specifically, not the original Street Fighter. Street Fighter 2, where it's like their version of Test Your Might, where you had the car and you had to beat the car up and try to see how many points you get. But it was similar to the Test Your Might, where you're breaking every level. It's like, you're breaking ice, and you're breaking gold, and you're breaking a diamond, and you progress the more you win on that. But no, 64 was probably my favorite, because I was kind of I think I was in middle school, end of elementary, beginning of middle school, and I remember playing GoldenEye. I remember playing
GoldenEye was iconic.
Turok, that was another one.
What was the one you mentioned earlier? Was it Primal Rage?
Primal Rage. That was a fighting game.
That was a great game too.
Killer Instinct I had on there.
Killer Instinct. That's the one I was thinking of.
That's another good one. But no, they're all really, really good games, consoles that came out in the 90s. And it, like he said, they all came out within a year or two from each other. So you had to make a choice. Am I going to stick with this console, or do I want to? And they had gaming magazines. Game Informer was one, and it would give you ratings of the.
GameStop still sends out.
They have something similar to that.
They have like a Game Informer or something that comes out every now and then if you're a member there, which I haven't received one in years. So I wonder if they stopped that, because I know I'm a member there with my son.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't know. That was just fun. You'd be going through the magazine with your buddies, this game's coming out.
Yeah.
It's like you're trying to figure out.
And they'll give you a rating ahead of time, because the gaming magazine got to test out the game prior to it being publicly released. So, but another thing was, we talked about this, we hit on it a little bit, was the internet. So now we have
or lack of internet.
Yeah. So now we have internet that's super fast. Kids do not understand that the speed now is a lot faster, and there's a lot more things you can do versus our 56K. But I talked to a couple of the people at work about AOL.
Oh, dude.
So that was the first. They used to send you these
the chat engine.
Oh yeah. Well, they used to send you these free disc. You load them onto your computer. Basically, it's like loading a virus. You load it on there, and you set up an account, and It's like, welcome, you've got mail. So it's like an email account, but it's its own little intranet. But they had chat rooms, and man, that was our Friday night thing.
That was kids. I mean, when we in junior high, we were just trying to chat with everybody in the same chat room and talk to your friends and
any city,
talk to strangers,
anybody. Yeah,
some stuff that we shouldn't be doing.
So we'd be on there, and it's like Dallas, different chat rooms, from different cities. Yeah. 8-6 location, where you at? And we'd be lying. We're like 18
lying like a bitch.
Yeah, I'm like 18 mil, 6'4". Not even close.
They didn't ask for height.
You got to throw that in there though. Let them know. But even like you would have somebody send you a picture. You're like, hey, can you send me a picture of you? It would take forever to get it, and it's like.
Yeah, I don't think I ever asked because I knew it wasn't going to work.
It took forever, but it was fun.
My wife's email is still AOL.
Oh, I didn't even think it was still around.
I didn't either.
Yeah, AOL was.
But that was that. I mean, that was the thing. You had to create your name.
Oh yeah,
that was distinct.
Oh yeah,
whatever. I
remember
already
what taken?
Mine was, but I'm not saying it because it was fucking stupid. But
mine was. I tell y'all, mine was stupid. Millionaire's Time. That's what it was called.
Millionaire's Time. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know, but I'm still waiting for the millions. But it's
I remember mine was, but it's gay, so I'm not saying it. So,
paintball killer.
No, it was bad, but it was fun. I mean, dude, we would be chatting with your friends, and then I remember like you're over at your friend's house, they'd be chatting, you'd be trying to tell them what to say and shit. Mm-hmm. Like, tell her this.
Everyone's like, you had the person on the keyboard, and you had everybody just telling them,
and they would never say what you want to because they were checking shit out.
See if they'll meet up. See if we can meet up with them.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
Right.
Nobody.
We did hit up a little bit on the collectibles. We talked about Pogs, Beanie Babies, Pokemon, but these are some places that are no longer around. Discovery Zone.
Oh yeah, was it Monkey Business?
DZ, where kids want to be. Like
Monkey Business was one around here too, right?
Yeah, it's like
it's kind of like a Shenanigans, but it was like an Urban Air.
It was like an Urban Air, big ball, like ballpark. Ball. What are those called? Ball.
What do you got on your mind?
Ball pools or whatever
big
they're
balls.
called. They had the little things where you can like hold on and you kind of, what is that called? Not rappel.
Like zip line?
Zip line, like a zip line. But they didn't have anybody putting a harness on you. You did it yourself because they didn't care about us back then.
No, it was like, well, get up, move on. I remember Monkey Business. I don't know why, but that was something like from my childhood. But it was like just a giant like playground, play place type deal.
And these places made money. Think about it. All they did, they had a space, had kids come in, pay for their birthday party, and they served pizza.
Oh, such good pizza too. It was the cheapest pizza ever made, but
same thing about
so it's like CC's Pizza.
And you said Chuck E. Cheese. It reminds me like Chuck E. Cheese. You go in, you order pizza, you pay your $200 or whatever for a party. They bring out a cake, and it was simple. Shit, even McDonald's and Burger King used to do birthday parties.
I mean, they're not the same anymore. I mean,
no.
They used to be like. If you look at like the time lapse of how a McDonald's building used to look like in the 90s versus what it looks like now, it was like it was like welcoming and like kind of like a castle type place. Now it's a block that's brown and
there's nothing exciting.
There may have a play place or not.
Yeah,
I mean, I know my kids love to play in the playgrounds and stuff. And growing up, that was the main reason to go there.
Oh yeah, for sure. You had the play place. I remember there was one by my house. It was outdoors. It had the big hamburger, and it had the bars all the way around it, and you had to climb up into the burger, and you're like, "Hey, Mom!" You're like holding the bars.
Cage,
it had a little cage around it, a slide, all that stuff. And we did hit on Blockbuster last 2 episodes ago, which I think that's where most of the people got excited just talking about going and. They're like, man, that brings back so many memories going to Blockbuster.
I wish we could bring it back. Honestly.
I know,
just like make a
pop-up
new name. Like we're just gonna have this one building and we're gonna make it like, oh, you can come relive your
Well, I think Dish
stuff.
Network owns that. So Dish, if you want to release the name so somebody can buy it and reopen Blockbuster.
Call it,
Buster Blocker. Another thing that brings back just a ton of memories. I remember waking up on Saturday. You wake up earlier than you normally do during the week. You go grab you a big bowl of cereal.
Oh, big bowl.
Big ass bowl. A mixing bowl. Like a bowl.
Lucky Charms.
It's like half the box.
And you get like a spatula.
Yeah. And you just go sit and you had these fire ass shows, Thundercats. You had
Power
Rangers. You had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yep. And these were like hits back to back to back.
X-Men.
X-Men.
I'm so happy that they brought back the X-Men 97 because like that intro. It just puts it makes you into a kid again.
Oh man, it's great.
It's great.
And it does bring back memories. It brings back those memories of you waking up and the times were just easier. You didn't really have any responsibility. You just ate your cereal and you watched 5 hours of cartoons until your family's like, all right.
I know. I wouldn't get that much. And my dad would be kicking my ass out. I go play basketball or something.
Got to get up, guys. But Doug.
I hated that cartoon, but it doesn't make any sense. He's a worthless character all time.
Doug, Rugrats. We watched Rugrats.
Rugrats was good.
Animaniacs, that was another big one.
Animaniacs, 3 o'clock, Monday through Friday.
Oh yeah,
I
remember Pinky and the Brain.
I love Pinky and the Brain. My nickname at one point was called the Brain.
Man, it was great. I'm telling you, man, it was just simpler times back then.
So much fun, and that's such a terrible cartoon, but it was such a good one. I like on our next list is the lunches. Like,
oh my God,
snacks
coming home, man.
Lunchables, they were created in the 90s.
Man, Lunchables, man.
You were king of the court if you had a Lunchable.
Dude, you go on a field trip. You had a Lunchable with you.
You were bad.
People were like, "Oh my God, what'd you get?"
I got to sit next to you.
Yeah, they're like, because your parents would usually make your lunch if you were going on a field trip. So if you had a Lunchable, I would tell my mom all the time. She would like try to make me a sandwich and give me one of those barrel juices. I'm like, can you just give me a Lunchable?
I just want a soda wrapped in tinfoil.
Yeah, she would give you, because the fucking Lunchable had a Capri Sun.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it was super.
Cookies.
Yeah, it had a cookie.
You had to get the pizza ones though.
Oh yeah, you get the pizza. You can make your own pizza. Like, it was just, you were the person everyone wanted to be around if you had a Lunchable, because they always wanted to see what you got, what kind you got.
That was high class.
Lunchable was Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos, dude, those things were fire.
It's just it's like icing.
A cookie that you're dipping in sugar.
Yeah, it's just icing. That's
so good, so good.
Fruit by the foot, which I still buy my kids. And I asked somebody last week. Gushers is still a thing. I didn't know that those were still around. That's fruit.
Probably something that you like. I bet.
No, I never got Gushers, but
I'm falling false on that.
When we were talking, I was like, the fruit by the foot, I buy my kids. They love that. That and what is the one that comes in the sheet? It's not fruit by the foot. It's the
sheet.
Yeah, it's like a fruit by the foot is the roll.
A roll, yeah.
And the one is fruit roll up. That's what it's called. But I either interchange either of those for them.
Yeah.
No, it is.
I think you're wrong there. But
it's called a fruit roll up.
I'm gonna say it on here. He's wrong. Fruit roll up is a roll up. So that's the one that rolls. So I don't know what this sheet thing that he's talking about.
I'll put a picture.
That must have been a mesquite thing. But like the beverages, Surge.
Oh, Surge was big. I like the ad campaign they put out for Surge because it made it seem like you had to be like a skateboarder, like extreme sport type person to be able to drink it.
It attracted you to it.
And you're like, man, I want to be that person. I need to go buy some Surge.
And you have it on here. I remember, this is one of my deepest like childhood memories, the Mondos.
Oh yeah.
It's just a fucking little tube with a little twist cap and it's just straight up sugar.
Yep.
Blue or red.
Yep.
I think were the colors. And man, I remember being like in the summer and that was the goal.
Oh man, those and the Squeeze-Its and the Kool-Aid ones, the jammers, like you just twist the top off.
Oh man,
two squeezes and that bad boy was gone.
I mean, when Capri Suns came out, that was legit too.
The Capri Suns, I remember having going to birthday parties and having an ice chest and just filled with Capri Suns, all the different flavors, and you just reach in there and grab them and stab the straw through there and just pound those things. You drink like 2 or 3 of them. Sunny D was big. We used to drink a lot of Sunny D.
I don't care what you say. Sunny D is good.
Sunny D is
it's not real orange juice, but it's good.
No, it's some concentrate from something, some kind of like chemical. But
yeah, I'm sure it's all chlorine or something. But it was delicious.
It's bleach water. It's really good though. But like coming home from school, the big things that I'm telling you, I would hit to the freezer, bagel bites.
Pizza rolls,
Totino's pizza rolls, fucking shoot flames down your throat when you bite into them
because they're hotter and shit.
Yeah,
it's like just the outside's. Oh, it's cool enough to eat.
You like
then
touching it,
eat it, and it's like sets you on fire. But
lava,
dude. Those with video games are the best.
Oh, your mom
Hot
would
Pockets came out about
Hot
that time.
Pockets.
Oh my gosh.
You get the pepperoni Hot Pockets. They had the ham and cheese. pepperoni and sausage. They had breakfast Hot Pockets at one time.
Those are good. Ham and cheese.
Oh man,
so good.
Kid cuisines. I don't know if you ever got those.
I remember they had the penguins on them.
The penguin. They had the brownie, corn, mashed potatoes, and some type of chicken.
Yeah, chicken.
And the brownie was like a liquid until you put it in the microwave, and I guess it cooked it, and it made it into like a little brownie. But man, Kid cuisine was
legit. Yeah. You were happy if you got one of those.
Now these, my mom would buy these, and dude, I fucking hated them. The handy snacks,
dude, I loved them.
They were the cheese.
Grandparents used to give me that shit all the time.
The cracker with the
it's like a stick,
a red stick,
and you put in the cheese. Yeah, and you're just eating cheese,
and it's definitely processed cheese. It's not.
No, it's out of the squeeze can almost.
It almost reminded me of those club crackers. That's what it kind of tasted like, and you just kind of.
I think those were good. I mean, obviously, I would choose a lot of these on our list already above that, but
we're gonna do I was talking to him a charcuterie board of like just pizza snacks. We'll do like bagel bites, Totino's. We'll do some Hot Pockets.
Where are we doing?
We'll do it right here. We'll just have a charcuterie board of pizza snacks.
Man, so that sounds really good right now.
Oh yeah. Now these are the next thing we're going to talk about are restaurants that we remember from back in the day. Rainforest Cafe. There's still one around. But that was big whenever the mall opened. Grapevine Mills Mall opened here in Texas, and it has a Rainforest Cafe inside of it. It's animatronics. It's like sounds like it's raining.
Sounds like a rainforest. I mean,
and all these animatronics are moving. And
there's one in Galveston too, I think.
Okay,
I know there's one down there that's pretty cool, and it has like a volcano and stuff that you can see from the road. But I mean, those are pretty cool, and like all their meals and stuff are all kind of coordinated with that.
Oh yeah,
rainforest kind of theme.
Another big one was Planet Hollywood. They used to have down in Deep Ellum, and that's like movie themed. You had like pictures of celebrities, Stallone, you had Schwarzenegger, you had all these top actors, pictures and memorabilia, jackets. Also in Deep Ellum, they had Spaghetti Warehouse.
You know, I love spaghetti now, but as a kid, I would not like it if we were going to Spaghetti Warehouse. But right now,
that's my favorite food.
I ate spaghetti for lunch today. I would destroy some spaghetti.
I fucking love spaghetti.
I do too.
Any kind of spaghetti.
I don't know why as a kid I did not like it, but
it was super easy to make. It's cheap. But it's so good, man. It just it brings back, especially with the garlic,
and it gives you a reason to get the garlic bread.
The garlic bread, the Texas whatever it's called,
Texas toast.
It's just
I made my own this week. I just made some garlic butter and put it on some like hot dog buns. Just cut them open and.
All my kids give me shit.
Man,
I'll make a sandwich with some hot dog buns.
Dude, like, it's so good.
It's not bread. I'm like, it's the same bread. It's a different shape.
Well, that's what I said. It's like it's toast. I'm making my own garlic butter to put on it, and then we're going to toast it in the oven.
Oh, yeah.
It tastes the damn same.
It's great.
I was like, man, I love spaghetti. But like Spaghetti Warehouse, I would be upset as a kid if we were going there.
Now, this one you brought up after the fact, and I'm glad you did. Ponchos.
Dude,
raise the motherfucking flag.
I want to go there right now. There's still one off Gallery.
Oh, yeah, there is. Dude, Ponchos.
Or Gus Thomason.
We would go every Sunday with my grandma. She loved Ponchos. We'd go and just get it. It's like a cafeteria line. Yeah. You just line up.
It's enchilada. You want
enchiladas. Just load up your plates. Get to the end. You sit down at your table. Waiter comes by.
You raise a little flag.
Raise the flag. They just bring another plate of whatever you ask for. Is it rice?
Then they have that ice cream bar where you go over there at
serve,
the end. Oh, dude. Unlimited sprinkles.
Yeah. You had the vanilla or you had the combo. If you want to get the combo, it's the twist. And you had the sprinkles.
Yeah. So my grandparents lived off of Oates Drive, which was right there. The only one that's still here.
Yeah.
And we used to go there at least once a day when I stayed with my grandparents.
It was
super
there all
cheap.
The time. So super cheap. I want to say it was probably
nothing
for kids. I think it was like
$3 probably for
$3 to $5
for unlimited.
And I remember even when I became the age where I was over the kids menu, my parents would still say you're a kid. I'm like, all right, we get to that. How old are you? I'm like 9.
I am 12.
What is that? It's a baseball movie.
The bench warmers.
Yes, bench warmers.
I am 12 has a $10 bill. Checks out.
Oh, that's passes. CC's,
man, it's gone down. It's gone down.
It has. It's more expensive too.
Yes.
But I remember baseball game.
Yes.
We'd finish when I wrestled afterward. We'd go to CC's, and it was. I remember $2.99. The commercial, $2.99. 16 kinds of pizza, still $2.99. And it didn't come with a drink, but a drink was like $1, so it would pay $3.99.
Now it's like $5.99, and your drink is $5.99.
Yeah, so the drink is almost as much as the buffet, and I think that's why they did that. They're like, oh, we're still cheap, but if you want a drink,
dude, they have such good pizza sometimes too.
Yeah.
But then there's some times when you get there and there's no pizzas out, and it's
None.
Like, what am I gonna choose from here? Like, I don't know. It's not the same as it was growing up.
Yeah.
I still like that Alfredo pizza every now and then. But now I order that from other places.
Do you remember, did y'all have the dine-in Pizza Hut?
Yes, and I remember the salad bar.
Yes.
And they had the jukebox that only played like only country music. I mean,
you need to bring that back, Pizza Hut. That was like a key memory as a kid.
That's definitely a good Hep A producer.
The salad bar.
Yes, that's where its disease is spread. Is at the salad bar.
Somebody just sneezing on it and wiping
just
and
touching everything, touching it with their hands, not using the tongs.
I remember going in. Parents tell you pick a table. They pay for the buffet.
They had kind of the overhead.
Oh
lights.
Yeah.
There's a few
red ones.
There's a few places that still do that around town.
I know Broken Bow. Going to Broken Bow, they had one. Pizza Inn was the same thing. I don't know if you had that. They had that in Mesquite.
We didn't have a Pizza Inn.
Pizza Inn's the same thing. Buffet, salad bar. They had a thin crust pizza that's kind of what they rolled with them. But as an adult, I remember early adulthood, Bennigan's.
So I remember there used to be a Bennigan's right there at Town East, right?
Yes.
Or no, not Town East.
No, it's a little bit further.
It's
off 635.
Well, it's by the movie theater.
Yes, the old dollar movie.
Yeah, it used to be right there.
We used to.
I remember it was kind of like the old Irish bar kind of feeling.
Yes, big Irish burger. It had the huge. So we would go for happy hour.
I already went there for one time, maybe.
Yeah, we went for happy hour. I was 20. I wasn't even 21, but I remember the people I work with were older. So we'd go for happy hour. We get the big beers. We get the big Irish burger. It was an Irish pub theme. So it was super cool.
Like pub themed.
Yeah, it was super cool. And I remember going, it was just, Bennigan's was fun, man. Bennigan's, you had Steak and Ale was another one that same company. You go and had the little fake flames over your table on the wall, made it look like you were in a fancy restaurant. And Olive Garden at the time was super fancy. I remember we would go I don't want to say we got dressed up, but I remember we went to Olive Garden when I was younger. I was like,
Olive Garden's fire.
Yeah, I was like, man, this is a fancy place.
Anybody want to take me there to Olive Garden? I'm there.
They got this Italian music going in the background.
They got the Tour of Italy.
Tour of Italy.
Oh my God, so good. Endless breadsticks.
Oh yeah,
soup and
salad.
Got that gnocchi soup. Oh my God,
man, Fuddruckers.
I am so hungry right now. This is not working out well for me.
Fuddruckers was a hot spot. I remember going to Fuddruckers, and at the time, it looked like it was this big, huge burger. It was like their 1 pound burger or whatever they have.
1 pound, that's huge.
I know, but as a kid, you're looking at this burger, you're like, man, this thing's massive. But I'm like, man, it's gone down. It's still around. They haven't gone anywhere. But just the quality and, like you said, of what the product they're putting out is not the same as it was.
What was big for me growing up, especially like late in my teen years, Chili's. In our area, when Chili's came into town, that was the spot.
Well, all your friends worked there.
Everybody worked there.
All my friends worked there.
All the people that you wanted to see worked there, or all the people that wanted to go eat. That's where you went.
Yep.
I mean, that was the place. And I mean, obviously, I try to refuse to go to Chili's now if I can, because I don't want to be there with my children because they're not nice. But I mean, Chili's was awesome.
Oh yeah,
you get the baby back ribs.
I want my baby back.
Yeah,
baby
for
back.
sure, dude.
That was chicken, definite.
Their
ad.
chicken crispers.
Oh yeah. God. Well, they changed those. So
I know, but they were so good back then. And then you get the molten lava
cake,
whatever, the brownie thing.
Yep.
Oh my God, I don't even think I've been to Chili's once in the last 5 years, but back then that was the place.
Chili's is fire still.
Yeah,
it's cheap too.
I'm an Applebee's guy. Applebee's has some.
Applebee's is same company. I remember Applebee's. I don't know if they still do. They used to have $1 drinks after a certain time. That was a place to go.
They used to have $2 Long Island iced teas in Greenville, and that was a fun time. It was not good for the body, but it was a fun time.
Now I remember growing up, my grandma lived on a corner house, and we had all this side yard, but she would always set up our slip and slide on the concrete. I don't know if she just did it on purpose.
Maybe y'all were bad kids.
Probably. But I remember slip and slide.
Slip and slide's fun. We
still
do set up slip and slide.
Fuck, I don't even know how long it was. It's like 30 feet. And at the end, you had this little blow up part that had a little puddle of water in it.
Yeah.
And it had a little thing that just squirted water from the water hose. But the water was never enough because the water would dry out. If it was hot as hell in Texas, it's hot. So, you spray it down and then you try to slide, but then you get to that dry spot and your chest just gets stuck and you're like, ugh. But we'd throw soap on it.
Yeah.
Little Dawn, little palm olive, one of those on there, just grease it up, slide on it. And if you were lucky, you had someone that worked in construction or something, just throw out tarp or those little plastic thick 5-6 mil thick trash bags or whatever they were, roll them out.
It's just sheet.
Just a sheet. And you just roll on that bad boy, grease it up.
Those are fun. I've always wanted to do it's like I don't know what kind of machinery it is, but it's just you hold on to this like chain and it's like slinging you around in a circle.
A backhoe.
I don't know if it's a backhoe because it's moving. It's turning fast. And I was like, that looks like a lot of fun. Probably dangerous, but
for sure.
Afterwards, we'll figure that out.
Man, I remember too going. I think I was in middle school, going to high school, going to Disney, and everywhere you walk, you'd see the disposable camera machine.
Yes.
That was back in the day.
Terrible at taking pictures.
And the thing is, I remember asking my parents and they weren't expensive. They were like $8.
They had underwater ones too.
Yeah. They had little cases on them, but you would go and I never knew how to start the motherfucker. You had to wind it first and then before you took a picture. But I remember just taking pictures of random stuff and then going to Eckerd's, which is no longer around.
Eckerd's, man.
Eckerd's, to get my film developed. And then I would get them and to keep like 5 out of I think it was like 30 something pictures it took. I'd keep 5 pictures because I'm like, these are horrible. It's just like random accidental pictures that you just took pictures of stuff. But yeah, Eckerd's was a store that it's kind of like CVS or Walgreens. It was fire. I used to like going to Eckerd's.
So my thing with Eckerd's, I remember, is going there to look for the Beckett magazines to check how much your sports cards were worth. Yeah. And not that because
they had a magazine rack in there and it was huge and it had Car and Driver. I remember because I bought I used to buy the hell out of magazines. That was before the internet. So if you wanted to know anything, you would go and get your monthly issue instead of ordering it and having to pay shipping and everything. You go to your what do you want to call that? Is it just a convenience? No, it's not a convenience store. It's
like a shipping store almost.
Yeah.
Kind of like a UPS.
Yeah, you would go and you'd have your magazine rack. You had Car and Driver. You had all these.
All the magazines.
All the magazines. And they'd have posters in them. And some of them, they didn't want you to open. They had the little plastic sleeve across it. So you'd have to pay for it first before you opened it. But I remember flipping through books, man, magazines. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy this one. This is $5.99. Take it to the register, pay for it, go home, read, and then pull out any posters and I'd post them on my wall. But it was super
I
nice.
Remember, and I know this is a little off topic, but like going to the little family movie rental place.
Oh yeah.
And they'd always have
the porn section.
No. But they had goddamn. They had the movie posters up for the movies coming out. And I know this one is just burned into my memory. Mars Attacks.
That was an iconic poster.
I begged for the dude had
the
poster.
The glass tube, and he's all like with the gun like this.
I begged for the poster for months, and they finally gave it to me, and I had it in my room forever.
Yeah, Mars Attacks was a good movie.
Oh my god, man!
Everyone thought they were like friendly, and they're like, I don't know, we're here to kill you guys.
It was such a good movie.
Another restaurant. I don't know Tex-Mex if you knew Don Pablo's.
I don't know that one.
So yeah, Don Pablo's was big in the bigger Dallas area, and it's kind of like El Chico, which I haven't been to in a long time either. But
El Chico's good.
It's kind of like On the Border, which we go to often. On the Border's great.
We don't go there all the time. Don't listen to him. We go there once every 6 months probably.
He's lying. On the Border's really good.
Well, now they got bought out. I liked them before.
Oh, they changed the chips.
They changed the chips.
I
don't
think
like
the chips. They need to bring the old school half. The tortilla chips.
Big-ass half tortilla chip.
Yeah.
Strong, not going to break.
Exactly. These ones now are like super thin.
It's like paper. But the food's still good. Drinks are still good.
So other stores that are now no longer around that some of you might remember, Radio Shack.
So I was looking at that one. I remember going to Radio Shack, but being overwhelmed by all the shit that's going on in there.
Capacitors, transistors.
Circuit City.
Oh, Circuit City was so that I remember that's that before Best Buy. But I remember that before Best Buy. I don't know why. Like,
yes,
I don't really.
They didn't have Best Buy then.
Yeah, I don't remember ever going to Best Buy. I remember going to Circuit City. We went to Circuit City all the time.
There was one right there off of Townie.
Yes, and I remember we would go, and like you said, they had a computer section.
Oh man,
and it had the computers
all
on
the
top.
games have rows of games. And
we would go all the time to that, and it was super super fun going to Circuit City and finding what you needed.
Or not.
Or not. And then, like I said,
looking around the whole time.
Browsing these big screen TVs they had that were like massive boxes with just a big projector screen. Another one, I remember Borders. So we used to go, I remember before, what is this bookstore that's around now?
Bookstone? Or what's it? Stone? Something Stone.
Shit, I can't remember. But Borders was a bookstore. Barnes and Nobles is the other one. But Borders, we used to go there, and same thing. They had a little coffee shop, all that stuff. But that was the rival to Barnes and Nobles. It's no longer
Barnes
around.
Noble has Starbucks in their place.
Yeah.
Now, so,
but yeah, man, I remember those stores. I remember Discovery had a store in the mall. I want to say it was the Irving Mall had a Discovery Channel store, and everything was branded Discovery Channel. But I think that was previously another store, Brookstone, I think it was called.
I think that's a new store. I think that's what they call it now.
Is that what they call it now?
Because it's like the
same shit.
Gadgets.
Yes, stuff. It's like gadget stuff that you can buy for your kids.
Yeah.
But I remember it used to be called the Discovery Store. But man, it was just crazy thinking about like going to buy stuff. If most of the time it was either to a toy store, so you buy your video games and stuff. The Toys R Us had a gaming section. We could either go to Circuit City, Blockbuster to buy your games, try them out. But man, it was just a different time. It was nice. I remember going to Fry's. I don't know if you. I remember in high
Electronics?
school. Yeah, I remember driving in high school to Fry's, and it was just a massive, just warehouse of everything, anything you could think of: computers, TVs, projectors, just everything under the sun. But also talking about cultural things that you remember, ads. You said, "I want my baby back, baby back, baby back."
That was a big one.
Huge. Got milk. That was everywhere.
That was big.
All
the celebrities had the milk on their face and shit. Yeah.
That started in 1993.
So stupid.
It's fake.
It's so stupid.
It was like paint or something.
Nobody's drinking milk and getting it all over your face.
Now this one.
It's like, what the hell?
I remember the debut of this during the Super Bowl. The damn Budweiser.
I remember the Budweiser frogs. Yeah, I mean, that was the best part of the Super Bowls.
Yes.
The Budweiser frog commercials.
The frogs were very, very cool. I remember.
Budweiser.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Dude,
that fucking Chihuahua.
So the Chihuahua, Yo quiero Taco Bell. And when Godzilla came out, 97, they had the different levels of. I had all the damn Chihuahua dogs.
Oh yeah,
that we went and get when you go buy them.
Godzilla, shit.
I know.
Matthew Broderick was in that movie. That was a good one. That was a good movie. All right, jingles. So this one, catchy things that I remember. The first one, and I could probably do this whole fucking commercial, was the Mentos.
So I remember that's the one where he rolls on like the freshly painted bench. And he makes his suit into stripes.
Yeah, it's a striped suit.
That still looks stupid, but like I guess it works if you're happy.
Another one, like you said, was the baby back ribs, but snap it to a Slim Jim. That was Macho Man.
That was a good one.
And then the Huggies. I'm a big kid now. Like that stuff right there, like just stays in your embedded.
It's like
in
that
your
one,
brain.
Like J.G. Wentworth. Like I can repeat that whole commercial.
877 cash now.
I don't even know why. Yeah. I never will use them in my lifetime, but that was crazy.
Toy commercials. I remember Crossfire. You can count on Crossfire. It's like you're just shooting fucking like little things at each other, and whoever's bounced out is the one that won.
I remember the Micro Machines. That was good.
Yeah,
that was a good.
They were like miniature. What is the other brand? Cars.
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. They're just super small, like literally micro sized. Nintendo. They had their little slogan.
Nintendo was huge back in the 90s because they had no competition because PlayStation wasn't there yet.
What was it? Nintendo Power Play. They had their own magazine too. It was like Power Play or Nintendo Power. I think that's what it was called.
I think it was Power,
and that was a subscription-based thing you would have to pay for. And now I remember getting it from Eckerd's, of all places, and it would give you the cheats for the level.
It would tell you how to beat the games.
So if you were on Zelda, it would tell you level 4, you go in here, it shows you on the map everything, where everything's located, like all your life ups and all that stuff. It would tell you where everything's at. But my parents never subscribed to that shit because it's expensive.
No. It's like $20 a month,
and it's mail
$20
ordered.
a month in the 90s was a lot.
And it was all mail ordered stuff. So to try to cancel that subscription was probably an arm and a leg. You probably couldn't get in touch with anybody to do it.
Yeah.
AOL, you got mail. That was a slogan.
You've got mail.
You've got mail. Those fucking Coca-Cola polar bears.
I like the polar bears.
Every time I felt like it was around Christmas, they had those polar bears.
Oh yeah, it's all
the
Christmas,
2 polar bears
Christmas
popping open the Cokes, chugging them. Apple.
That was a good one.
Apple had their whole little think different slogan for the longest time.
Nobody cared about Apple at that time.
No, it wasn't big. Everyone wanted IBM, Compact, Gateway. The little fucking box looked like a
Macintosh.
cow. Mac. Yeah, it's crazy. But that's the things you remember as a child that you're like, man, I miss those things.
There's
not
so
around.
much. I know, like going over all this stuff, it's like, man, my kids, I hope they have some kind of memories like this to kind of look back on, because it brings you joy. I mean,
it does. Talking about it's exciting.
It's just memories. It's core memories of you and your buddies, or you and your friends, or you and your girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever. It's like just kind of nights out on the town, or just hanging out. I mean, this is a lot of stuff that just, it kind of warms you up. It gives you a meaning that your life was something. Even though we didn't do shit.
Because you think about it.
It's still important.
But you think about it, you're like, man, I remember these are core memories from a child. And then when you became an adult, some of these things weren't around anymore.
Right.
So you never got to actually experience it as an adult. I remember going to like restaurants and having...
We're going to have to film ourselves going to Poncho's though.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do that.
But I remember going like, as a kid, to these restaurants like On the Border and Don Pablo's, and my parents used to have a membership card to be able to be served alcohol.
Yeah,
you had to pay a membership.
I remember that in our area of the woods too. That it was
like a membership card you had to show, like
the restaurant's name.
Yeah, and you had to pay a membership to be served alcohol. And I remember my stepmom used to collect matchbooks. They used to have matchbooks.
And a lot of times, I think if you just signed some kind of thing, some kind of notification, they would serve you then too. God, what was that place called? I mean, we went there it was like an every Friday night type deal, Mexican food. I can't think of it.
It might have been Mexican food places only, because that's the only time I ever remember seeing them pull that damn card out.
Maybe, and I mean that's my parents love Mexican food, and this was a place they went for years. I mean, I'm talking probably 30 years.
Oh wow!
Before changing it to anything else, and before it went out of business. But I mean, it was a family restaurant, so it wasn't a name that anybody else would recognize. But Real Mar. But man, that place was. I remember going there all the time, and it was so good, and the people were so nice. And I mean, you find those restaurants that you can be like that, where you meet the owners, and they take care of. They really care about the customer experience, and their food is so good. I remember that's definitely a lifetime memory. So.
One thing is the street light rule. I remember that growing up.
We didn't have street lights.
We did. So my mom would be like, "You need to come home before the lights turn on." That's when dinner was usually made. But like we talked about 2 episodes ago, was riding your bikes 9-10 miles, just crazy, driving around town, just not a care in the world.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. I don't even let my kids out of my sight nowadays. I mean, my son, I've kind of letting him branch out. He's been going fishing and stuff, kind of walking away from the house on his own, and they'll bring him back as soon as they meet him. But it's not the same. It's not the same as it was, and I really hate that.
Yeah, me too.
And maybe it wasn't safe for that to happen back then. But
actually, statistics show it was worse back then. There was more people getting kidnapped and stuff than it is now. But I think it went unnoticed, so it didn't get. You would see is the stuff at Walmart. You would see the missing children stuff, but you never see the milk cartons. You never saw like the actual on the news people talking about it.
And you weren't getting notifications on your phone. Every time somebody's
I think since that whole Amber Hagerman thing happened and having the Amber Alert, it's made it more prevalent, and people are less likely to do it. They still try, but
It still happens for sure, but
I think it was more back then.
I know. I think we're more acutely aware. I think that's kind of with everything in general. We're more acutely aware of diseases, and we're more acutely aware of threats and stuff like that. And it makes us kind of more obsessed to protect, especially as men. That's our job, is to protect our families, and you don't want your kids to anything to happen to them.
Yeah.
But we didn't have street lights. I mean, there was lights on the houses. That was it.
Yeah.
And I mean, you were supposed to be home before those went off. So,
when you're shooting baskets at your buddy's house, and then you start not being able to see what you're doing, you're like, all right, it's time for me to go.
We made sure there was plenty of lights for shooting hoops. We shoot hoops all night, but the problem is that wasn't far from home.
Yeah, you could get there pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's episode 12, the Happy Hour Playbook. We'll say thank you guys for listening. Like I said, follow us, like, share, Instagram, Facebook. We're on TikTok. If you want to watch us, you can watch us on YouTube, Spotify also, Apple Podcast. But till next time.
Man, it's been fun.
It's been fun.
I think we
bringing back the good old days.
Pretty good drink tonight.
Yeah.
Good old days.
Very
good old days conversations. I mean, that brings a lot of warmth kind of to, the old person inside me, just kind of reliving those memories.
Core memories.
Yeah.
Things you remember.
Looking forward to, this is something about my week I look forward to every week, just kind of talking about this stuff because,
for sure,
you can think about it all you want to, but talking about it brings it to life. And it's been a blast, man. I'm happy about this, and I'm ready to prepare for next week.
All right. I'm Chris.
Wes.
Let's talk to you guys later. See you.
Later.
And that's the final whistle for today's Happy Hour Playbook. I'm Chris, and we're officially off the clock. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts so you don't miss out on our next slate of picks. Stay sharp, stay hydrated, and we'll see you at the next kickoff.